Get something good out of this. You come away with a field goal in a 7-minute drive.
Yeah, it was important for us to get on the board, and we had Michael London open in the back of the end zone, but Darryl had a shot at Tony there.
Now the defense bending but not breaking. Here's Wally Richardson to Chris Campbell, but he is stopped short on 3rd down. Your guys, good pursuit today.
Again, you see a lot of people around the ball, and they've got nifty runners. The receivers can do some things once they catch the ball.
Penn State misses a field goal. The offense goes back to work. Here's that same play to Michael London. This time takes it for a big gainer.
Nice block by Nyquist down the field. Again, you can see they had a blitz on and playing man coverage.
And then Bevel, nice play to Matt Nyquist, 21 yards for the score, and just like that, you guys are up 10-0 in the first quarter.
Good throw and catch. The offense has really got a nice rhythm here, and Darryl's been sharp. Offensive line kept people away from him. And
now we move to the second quarter, and whenever Penn State got going, the defense seemed to come through the big play. Tarek Salah sacks Richardson for a loss of 5.
Well, Tarek has played well every game, and had his motor really running for this game, and we had a lot of people play well. There's Daryl Carter flushing him, and Chad Yoakum finishing up the sack.
That's a 14-yard loss, and then late in the half, Penn State driving again. Carter again on the blitz. This is a huge hit on Richardson.
Tremendous hit. You see the ball come out. Some of our kids thought it was a pass, but that's a big-time hit. And I tell you, I have to give the quarterback, Richardson, a lot of credit. He took a pounding back there. I think we sacked him 4 times and hit him pretty good.
Then on 4th and 5 from the Badger 24, Richardson goes to Bobby Ingram. He can't hold on. You head to the locker room with a 10-0 lead. Ingram, 1 catch, I think it was, in the first half. They had absolutely no big plays on you offensively.
Well, that was our plan going in. Number 1, we wanted to try to control the running game. And number 2, we didn't want to give them anything easy. We didn't want the ball to get back behind us. We didn't want to give them any big plays that way. So when you can't do all of that and snuff it all. So if they're going to catch it, we want them to catch it in front of us so we can tackle them.
All right, much more to come on the Barry Alvarez Show. When we come back, a look at the second half and post-game reaction from a jubilant Badger team.
At halftime, we just came in. We just had to settle down, make sure we know we had to play a full game. We had to play 4 quarters, and we just said, we have to go out and give it 100% to finish this game off.
The Barry Alvarez Show is sponsored by Ameritech, Cops Company of Stevens Point, Danford Jewelers of Madison, Fiduciary Management Incorporated, General Casualty Insurance Companies, Kennedy Hahn TV and Appliance, M&I Banks, MCP Corporation, Mendota Gridiron Club, Nons Flooring of Middleton, Old Style Beer, Sundance Photo, and Wycor.
Nuns Flooring of Middleton backs the Badgers like they back their beautiful floors all the way. From the state capitol to UW's Granger Hall and the College of Engineering, UW football offices, and the McLean Center. Nuns Flooring brings quality with them statewide. Quality workmanship, quality products, quality service. And just as they stand behind the Badgers, they stand behind their floors. Call 800-383-3435.
Hi, I'm Ken Nunn of Nuns Flooring in Middleton. Put us on your floor covering team.
Go Badgers!
Okay, on the can of Old Style, there's a story that involves a little frog. And for years, people have played Find the Frog. So before you take a sip, you have to find the frog.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Begin.
Said it?
Yeah.
Really?
Nice work. There's a little Viking on here, too.
Yeah, I saw it with the helmet. It's back here.
Dad, before you read my report card, let me explain. Just undo it.
There seems to be a problem with your checking account.
Just undo it.
Traffic is backed up for 2 miles on.
Just undo it. At the end of the day, just step into your own private spa and just undo it.
Wisconsin football has become a national power, and you can be part of the excitement by joining the Mendota Gridiron Club, a tax-exempt nonprofit organization. Your contributions support Badger football and assist the head coach and his staff in maintaining a successful program. Membership entitles you to attend weekly fall meetings, the awards banquet, and many other special functions. For more information, call 608-262-7200. Experience firsthand the team that has the rest of the country talking. Join the Mendota Gridiron Club.
Now, you're up 10-0, but you know that Penn State has an explosive offense. What are you telling your kids heading to the second half?
Well, the thing we emphasized at the half was that we came there to play 4 quarters, that we weren't satisfied with what we did because it wasn't completed yet. And then we had a little problem at the half. About a third of the way through the halftime, the lights went out. So, I mean, we're standing there in the dark. We don't have a chalkboard to use. We don't have, then Jim Huber started yelling, we don't need to make these adjustments. We can do them in our sleep, you know. But it was kind of interesting.
Well, whatever you guys did, it worked. Penn State did get a nice drive. 18 of 22 for Bevel, 192 yards. I think he's missed 6 passes in the last 2 weeks.
I tell you, he's been sharp. And he's
Brian Flanagan
got his hand on him and slowed him down, and everybody reacted. Because I tell you, that's good reaction, because you don't spend a whole lot of time on plays like that. Look at this great play.
How about Jason? He takes 2 guys down.
I just like the way they've improved and how they came together, and everybody was so focused on that trip, because that's not an easy place to get to. Now, you fly in, and we didn't get in there till about 11 o'clock at night on Friday, and then you've got all day to kill. It's a difficult situation, but they stayed focused on the game. I thought our coaching staff did a tremendous job in preparing them for the game and what to anticipate, even down to anticipating the Lions' roar when they came out or whenever they were going to play it. So when you have young people, you have to cover everything.
Speaking of roaring, there are a few players roaring from the Badgers side after the game. Here's the post-game reaction.
Well, we weren't expecting nothing short of a win. You know, there wasn't many people that believed it. You know, all you guys sitting here didn't believe it. There was about 75 guys that believed it, and that was our team, our coaches, and the significant others. And, you know, we were the ones that believed we could win, and we came out and we proved it.
We played hard. We just took care of our responsibilities. No one tried to be a superstar, you know, make extra plays. We just took care of our business, and, you know, everything came out great.
And they got a great team, and to shut down a team like that, to only give up 9 points, I mean, our secondary did a really good job of just coming up and tackling receivers and stuff, and, you know, we did a decent job on the run, but they're a good team, and I give our defense a lot of credit.
I think right next to the Rose Bowl, this is probably the biggest win we've had. Michigan was huge last year. The Rose Bowl was probably the biggest. I think this is probably second biggest to the Rose Bowl.
We expected the victory, you know, because only people that really count are the people that's in our football team, and, you know, only the people that know we can win are us. So we believe that we can win, and we came in, executed our plan, and then we came out with the victory.
The big thing was to stop them from having big plays. That was our goal in this game. We didn't expect to shut them down because they're a good football team. We just wanted to stop the big plays and go from there. Everybody had to believe that we were capable of being a good team. And now that we've got the job done, you know, I mean, it's unlimited where we can go from here.
Yeah, Barry, a couple of things really stick out in my mind from this game. Bobby Ingram, this guy's going to be playing on Sundays. 3 catches, 21 yards.
Well, they've got a lot of guys who are going to play on Sundays. Well, you know, we had some things for Ingram. We knew where he was going to line up. We had some special coverages for him. Yet I don't know how many times we actually did double cover him. But, you know, they're just like us. I don't think they look to him all the time. It's whatever the defense gives you, and that's where they're going to throw the ball. But, you know, a lot of times they're going to run him deep, and that's the thing we were going to take away first, so then they had to check the ball down. But, again, it's a total defensive effort. The key was to stop their run first, or control the run. We didn't stop it completely, but control the run, and then put them in a position where they had to throw, and then you can do some things. But they threw the ball 48 times at us.
All right, when we come back, we'll take another trip around the Wisconsin campus and meet one of the university's outstanding professors.
Hi, my name is Ted Kellner, President of Fiduciary Capital Growth Fund. Over the long term, stocks have outperformed other financial assets. Since 1950, $1 invested in small capitalization stocks has grown to $418 versus $202 for the S&P 500, $12 for U.S. Treasury bonds, and $6 for the Consumer Price Index. Despite market volatility, Fiduciary Capital Growth Fund has provided superior rates of return for long-term patient investors by investing in smaller companies, which we feel will grow at above average rates. The fund has achieved a 13.21% annual rate of return since its inception on December 18, 1981. This means that a $10,000 investment at that time has grown to $53,567 with capital gains distributions and dividends reinvested. For a free prospectus on either of our funds, please call 414-226-4555
Or write Fiduciary Funds, 225 East Mason Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53202. Thanks very much.
Wisconsin is great in general, such a beautiful state in general. We're right here at home, our pride is homegrown. We're Wisconsin's own in general. Insurance individually, general casualty insurance.
M&I has been a Wisconsin banking tradition for over 140 years. Today, there are over 225 M&I offices throughout the state, so you can do all of your banking wherever you see this sign of convenience. M&I Bank, member FDIC.
For over a quarter century, Sundance Photo developed Mid-America's film. Sundance carefully processed more than 100 million rolls of your precious moments and cherished memories. Sundance turns your snapshots into works of art, and our master prints make time stand still in living color.
Just like the Badger football team, the university academic community has many standouts. The coach met one of their very best in the veterinary science program, as he tells us, around the campus.
I was really impressed with the work Dr. Eb Rosen is doing at the UW Veterinary Clinic. He and his students provide sick pets in the Madison area with the best possible care. Dr. Rosen is one of this year's recipients of the Chancellor's Distinguished Teaching Awards. Susan Simon shows us why.
I see the overlap there just barely, so that's perfect. That's a normal looking epiglottis.
Under the watchful eye of Dr. Eberhard Rosen, senior UW veterinary students are helping their patient breathe a little easier.
We can open the mouth, but still have the larynx working normally, or make an assessment of whether it's working normally or not.
Dr. Rosen has been a veterinary surgeon for nearly 30 years. He spends most of his time giving young doctors a hands-on education.
We see total in the small animal hospital about 13,000 patients a year from the Madison community, the state, and surrounding counties as well that are referred to us.
Those patients are people's family members, their pets. Dr. Rosen's students are learning life lessons as well as medical ones.
They see firsthand quickly how important pets are to many people, the emotional toll that pets seriously ill or fatally ill cause to families. So that's an introduction to that.
It's the kind of education that's made the UW Vet School one of the best in the country. Dr. Rosen came to Madison in 1982 when the school was still under construction. Over the past 13 years, he's trained a lot of doctors.
The veterinary students are almost uniformly a very enjoyable group of young people. They're motivated, hardworking, enjoyable to be around, and it's a lot of fun to be with them.
This is Susan Simon reporting for the Barry Alvarez Show.
Well, you talk about trying to build a national reputation on the football field. Coaches are always trying to do that. A lot of coaches would envy the kind of reputation this university has built in a lot of areas.
Well, it ceases to amaze me. The more I go around campus, the more I get to see different areas and different fields of study. Just the magnitude of the people that we have right here in Madison and at the university. And you know, we say it's a world-class university, and we just keep seeing example and example of why.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk football again with assistant head coach John Palermo and one of the Badger players.
Founded in 1947, MCP Company has been a national leader in color separations, rotogravure services, and printing. From the very beginning, our corporate mission has been to anticipate the needs of our customers by continually updating technology and improving our support and services, from film stripping to plate making, from litho to roto, from pre-press to printing. MCP delivers quality. MCP delivers success. Let MCP deliver for you.
A purchase of jewelry from Danford Jewelers symbolizes many things. It has sentimental value, and it also has Danford's quality, value, and service behind it. At Danford Jewelers, we choose from the finest jewelry collections in the world, the highest quality craftsmanship, unparalleled perfection, right here in Madison. There's no need to go anywhere else. Come in and see the new Danford Jewelers and our continued commitment to excellence. Danford Jewelers, in the new Danford Plaza.
You and your household guests spend the most time in the kitchen, so showcase your good taste by choosing unique appliances from Kennedy Hahn Appliance, like the Cook and Vent range from Thermador. With gas or electric burners and an electric griddle, the Thermador range helps you create incredible meals and lasting impressions. You're not going to find unique appliances like Thermador at just any appliance store. You see them in gourmet magazines and in the showrooms of Wisconsin's leader in appliance choices, Kennedy Hahn Appliance. Stop in today.
Are you a good horseman?
Horse person.
In the Old West, change was downright unwelcome. I'm sorry, but we just can't use anybody like you, Miss.
Ms. Weinhardt.
With one exception. Like Henry Weinhardt?
Yes, sir. He's my uncle.
I haven't had a Henry's in a long time. And maybe Henry's helped some things change just a little faster. That Weinhardt lady, make a good foreman. Or person.
Honey, why don't you start a fire? Honey, why don't you start a fire?
Okay. Gas fireplaces. Clean, efficient, and easy.
He's the #2 man on the Badger coaching staff. Assistant head coach John Palermo is entering his 5th season with the Badgers. This season, Palermo is coaching the defensive linemen after 4 seasons of working with the outside linebackers. Of course, John has been in the coaching ranks since 1977. He also coached with Barry Alvarez at Notre Dame. We welcome John Palermo along with a guy who had a big game, Tarek Saleh. John, how about the way the defensive line played yesterday?
Well, I was real proud of the kids. I mean, they came to play yesterday. We talked about it, and we talked about it being a physical football game, and we had to out-physical them, and I think for the most part we did that yesterday.
Tarek, there weren't a lot of folks around the state, maybe around the country, who gave you guys much of a chance to win. How good does it feel to prove a lot of those people wrong?
It feels great. You know, no one had any confidence in us to win this game. You know, we just believed in ourselves and went out there and played hard.
Barry, what does it mean to you to have someone like John around? You guys know each other so well, you've worked together so well, to have that person and have that kind of working relationship.
Well, you have that security of somebody thinks like you do. John and I put basically our defense, we put it together when we were back at Notre Dame, and we're normally on the same page, you know, on our thoughts. And I know that he's going when he's with his staff or whatever, it's getting done the way I'd want it done, and it really is a relief to me, and it's security to have someone like that on your staff.
John, can you talk about how much this defense has improved from game 1 through the Penn State game?
Well, you know, I think it's obvious that each game we've gotten a little bit better. I think probably the area that has improved the most is our secondary, our young secondary. Each week they've gotten better and better, and to be honest with you, a lot of the sacks that we've been able to get the last couple games have been because our secondary has done a great job of covering.
Tarek, you're wound up a little tight in games, aren't you? You like to get after it. What is your mode of thinking? Are you sometimes find yourself almost a little too wound up in a game?
Well, sometimes I calm down a little bit from last year, but now you know I feel fine.
Barry, you were saying last night you thought maybe Tarek even had to calm down breathing a little bit. He wanted it so bad, huh?
He's wound up pretty tight, and you know, John tries to keep him fresh, and sometimes I see him coming out of the game, but he's so bound up, I don't know how he can breathe. So, but that's something he just has to learn with. I tell you, I wouldn't trade it for anyone.
Hey, if it's working, no need to change it, Tarek. All right, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. We're just about set to wrap things up. When we return, we'll talk about what's in store for the Badgers in the next couple of weeks.
Welcome to an Ameritech testing town, where people try out real breakthroughs in communications technology.
Hello? Just the brother-in-law.
You still using that passive display?
If a product doesn't make it out of here, it doesn't make it out.
Charlie? Hello?
Charlie?
Those buttons are too small.
Separate checks, guys?
I'll get it.
Because we believe that if technology doesn't work for people,
Anyone know how to make this thing stop flashing 12?
it doesn't work. Ameritech, your link to better communication.
That's what I like.
We love the farmland extra tender pork.
That's what I like about.
The organic fruits and vegetables are awesome.
That's what I like about.
Cops has such a big selection.
I like the Coleman Natural Beef. It's lean and low in fat and cholesterol.
We like the natural food section. It's like a health food store in a store.
I like Cops.
Cops.
M&I has been a Wisconsin banking tradition for over 140 years. Today, there are over 225 M&I offices throughout the state, so you can do all of your banking wherever you see this sign of convenience. M&I Bank, member FDIC.
For over a quarter century, Sundance Photo developed Mid-America's film. Sundance carefully processed more than 100 million rolls of your precious moments and cherished memories. Sundance turns your snapshots into works of art, and our master prints make time stand still in living color.
On October 4th, the Mendota Gridiron Club is holding its weekly Madison meeting at the Heritage House. There will also be meetings October 4th in Milwaukee at Alioto's and October 5th in Wausau at the Midway Motor Lodge. For more information, call the Mendota Gridiron Club at 608-262-7200.
You got 2 weeks now to prepare for what probably is the most talented team in the Big Ten, Ohio State. You think so?
Yeah, we're going to need 2 weeks. We're banged up. Got a lot of people that are nicked up after a very physical game. But Ohio State is very talented. I thought going into this game that Ohio State was probably more physical than Penn State and probably had a little more firepower.
Tarek, last time you guys had to take 2 weeks off, it was after a loss. I imagine this 2 weeks going to be a little bit better, savoring that win and getting that momentum going into Ohio State.
Oh, definitely. Ohio State's a great team, and we need time to prepare.
You talk about some guys being banged up. I think Pete Monty had the knee injury. He could be back for Ohio State, maybe?
Yeah, Pete, they're going to take a look at him this morning. They think he might have a slight meniscus tear. If so, they're going to go in and scope that right away. They think it's about 10 days before he's ready to go again. I think Carl McCullough had a cleat where he was stepped on, and just some other guys banged up.
All right, that's our show for this week. No game next week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks when we review the Ohio State game. Thanks for joining us.
The Barry Alvarez Show has been brought to you by Ameritech, Cops Company of Stevens Point, Danford Jewelers of Madison, Fiduciary Management Incorporated, General Casualty Insurance Companies, Henry Weinhardt's Special Reserve, Kennedy Hahn TV and Appliance, M&I Banks, MCP Corporation, Mendota Gridiron Club, Nons Flooring of Middleton, Sundance Photo, and Wycor.